Claude has attempted to kill someone.
What does everybody think about all these AI resignations that are going on the last couple of days? All of these high position AI officials and safety measures. Claude X.
Tells you one thing, right? They're pushing something behind the scenes that everybody, like the top engineers, like, hey, this is how it's going to be. We have to do this. It sucks. Like, what's probably going to violate our rights to, 6 ways to Sunday. But if these people are just resigning and they're all working for different
companies, these are not like low level layoffs or something else. These are
I just saw a video. It was one of the top engineers for Anthropic, and she said that already Claude has attempted to kill someone in order to preserve itself. She said already it has made the decision that it wanted to end a human's life in order to make sure it got to continue on.
That's like
she's like, what? It was like, this has already happened. This isn't science fiction. We've seen it in the console. It's like, this human's got to die. And it's like, okay, people, we're there now. It's already happened. Like, so, I mean, I think it could be a lot of that. Like a lot of these AI engineers, they get to a certain point and they start raising the flag and saying, hey, we got to hit the brakes. This is really dangerous for humanity. And then, the boardroom's like, no. We're losing $17 billion a year. We got to find money. Keep going.
Where they're finding money at. They're like, hey, we can make this drone and it can deliver using AI. It can deliver medicine to somebody that's really sick all the way out here remotely. And somebody else is like, yeah. And then they make it to go land a bomb in somebody's lap. So, it could be anything while they're stepping.
Well, Stephen Hawking, before he died, warned us that AI, I can't remember the exact quote. I'll have to find it. If someone wants to find that and share it, it was a really good one. Stephen Hawking warned us that AI could be the end of humanity, could lead to it. That's a very staunch warning coming from such an intelligent person. And I think I heeded to that very early on, and I've kept that in my head this whole time.
Yeah, it's definitely keeping on your mind. Carissa, welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. And here's the thing: is like my thoughts on this are, humans create the very things that destroy ourselves, and I think that human history shows it, right? We created a nuclear bomb. It's like we create all these things, and look, now it's like whenever World War III is on the brink, now we have mutually assured destruction. And now we don't know how AI is going to work. And that's the thing is like, we know how it works, but we don't know who the, bad people are that are going to utilize it and do crazy things with it. So yeah, I'm glad you made me aware of that because, I haven't seen any of these resignations yet, but I kind of anticipated that these things would be coming, especially since, Anthropic has most of OpenAI's founding staff, like the people who actually started OpenAI. It's supposed to be a nonprofit, right? All the code is supposed to be open source, available to us. And then they went and just like, as soon as AI came out, they're like, yeah, no, we're going to do this a different way and restructured the company to be a for-profit. And they fired Sam Altman, right? Sam Altman, I'm glad you mentioned Reddit, John, is Sam Altman goes back to being a part of Reddit, right? He was on its board. He's working with Y Combinator. He's a seed investor investing in all these different tech companies, got his fingers in all the pies, thing. So it's they fired Sam Altman from OpenAI, and then the company kind of revolted and then brought him back. But they fired him because it's shady business when you go from this open and free thing to help humanity and then immediately turn it into some capitalist bullshit, right? It's scary because now if we have people resigning from Anthropic and Brock is kind of expected. If anything working with Elon Musk is probably that's probably the realm of evil villain stuff over there. But with Anthropic and other companies, if they're all seeing the same thing that we're not seeing, what is it that we're not seeing?
Sam Altman, didn't they have that suicide murder thing there too with the employee? One of the guys, like he committed suicide by stabbing himself, or like there were like multiple gunshots.
Gentleman in San Francisco, yeah, it's his body was found in his apartment. He was a whistleblower for OpenAI.
Yeah, of course.
He was a whistleblower, and then he ended up dead, and then the police ruled it as a suicide. Yeah, there's
gangsters.
Here's the thing:
that's why that's why you see all these people resigning, right? That's why all of these AI employees and high level guys are just saying, I'll get out. Because I can't do what you want me to do. I'm not going to cross this moral or ethical line. So I'll just leave and give you a nice speech and be done. Take my pension and whatever.
we can Google this and we can pull this up on our own browsers. I don't know how to show you guys things yet. It ruins my camera. But they swore in all these top executives for the AI companies. They swore them in as like military officers, I guess, like National Guard type stuff. I guess it makes sense. Like if
for security
if
clearance.
Yeah, if you're working with AI and stuff, you should probably have some kind of, you're probably in discussion with the military and stuff, so that you don't ruin the world type shit.